Hey everybody, it's your friend Jason Pound here answering the top questions asked by home sellers in today's real estate market. The question we're tackling today is, my house won't sell, how much should I discount it? The short answer, you can't go too low. Nobody likes to hear this, but the market always wins. So if you price too high, nobody's going to show up to look at the house, or if they do show up, they're not going to make an offer. But if you price too low, the market's going to show up, they're going to get in a bidding war, and they're going to push the price right back up. That's why there's many agents out there who operate under an auction mindset, and they get just as good results as realtors who aren't doing it like an auction. That being said, let me over-explain. When you are listing a home for sale, or you are going to buy a home, it is very, very important that you hire a realtor who has data analysis skills. That is the number one value that realtors bring to the table. Sure, we open doors. Sure, we've sold lots of houses and we have lots of repetitions, and we know the common red flags to look for, and we know the common issues that are going to break deals, and we know how to structure things to protect you. But at the bottom of it all, the path is in the math. And if your realtor can't do math, they can't do real estate. So let's look at some of the statistics. Let's use a very specific example because every price point and demographic behaves differently. So let's imagine a house that's listed at $347,620. Notice that's not $350,000. That's not $345,000. That is how buyers think. Sellers need to be thinking very, very specifically in price per square foot. And if things are selling for $1.86 a square foot or $2,000,028 per square foot, you're not going to come up with an even number. The path is in the math. Put the actual number that the math says it needs to be. $347,620 house has been on the market for 60 days. By looking at the data, I know that this price point and this demographic is getting 3.5 showings per month. How do you get half a showing per month? You don't. It's a mathematical artifact that just shows up. So on average, these homes are getting 3 to 4 showings per month. That's how you get an average of 3.5. And it's taking 8 showings to go under contract. After 8 people have looked at the house, typically this price point in this location is going under contract. What are the actual results? Well, they have averaged 5 showings per month. They are beating the market. They have had a total of 10 showings. They're not beating the market here. They've had 10 showings and they still don't have an offer. What is the problem here? Well, it's either price or condition, and the only way to fix price or condition is with money. You spend money and you improve the condition, or you look at the data and you do a discount. How much discount do we need to do? Well, once again, the path is in the math. The math shows in Cleveland County, for this particular price point, properties that have no price reduction sell in a median of 11 days. The moment we hit 11 days or we hit 8 showings, whichever one came first, we know that we immediately have a pricing issue on our hands. Because after 8 people looked at it and didn't buy it, it's price or condition. Money fixes that. After we passed 11 days and nobody bought it, it's price or condition, and money fixes both of those. Properties that do require a price reduction to sell in this price point in Cleveland County sit for a median of 113 days. Those are 2 completely different markets happening at the same time. The math also shows that these properties that had to have a price reduction on median had to sell at 95% of their original list price. So you have 2 strategies here. One, you can look at it and say, hey, we're getting lots of showings. We're very, very close to an offer. So that rather than reduce it 5% to go down to 95% of your original list amount, reduce the price 2.5% and watch it for another 11 days. If your activity doesn't spike or you don't get an offer, you know price and condition are still an issue, go ahead and drop it the remaining 2.5%. More than likely, by dropping it 5% or 2.5%, you are not going to reach 11 more days on market, or you're not even going to reach 8 more showings. More than likely, one of the previous showings is going to come back and make an offer, or a new buyer is going to show up and make an offer. The path is in the math. My name is Jason Pound with Jerica Pound Realty Group at Keller Williams Mullenix in Norman. We service the entire Oklahoma City metro area with hyper-local expertise in South Oklahoma City, Moore, and Norman. If we can ever be of service, don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to serve. In the meantime, peace out. Have a great life.